Welcome to Nebraska Preps Postgame with your hosts, Mike Sautter and Jacob Padilla.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of Nebraska Preps Postgame, the basketball preseason edition. Yes, basketball season is here. It got here fast.
We've been swimming in football for the last few weeks. I need another week or two off just to decompress and reset, but I don't get that. Right. So we open her on Thursdays.
It's coming fast. It's not coming fast. It is here. So what we're going to do is kind of just look at the different classes, different players, kind of give our who we think is, in contention or what, early favorites type of thing. Let's just start with boys Class A, go from there. It's going to look a little different because the players are different. Yeah. And we went through this heater of high-level, talented guys, last handful of years, kind of back to normal-ish, maybe one or two or three Division I guys per class. And in 2026, the 2026 class, we have one Division I guy signed, and it looks like that's what it's going to end up being, which is something new for if
2016
you look at the
last time
2016 there was one player that was Division I player in a class from the state of Nebraska that was Tristan
signed out of high school.
Signed out of high school, not saying going to junior college and then going on, but 2016, that was Tristan Simpson from Lincoln North Star that went to South Dakota, and that was the last time there was only one. Yeah.
And Tristan Simpson is at South Dakota again as a coach now. Yeah, so he's just back here in Omaha, and Creighton played the Coyotes. Got to catch up with him a little bit, but it's definitely different. And I think with that being the case, even last year, the talent has cycled down in recent years, but last year, you look at Bryson Ball was that guy, and so it's easy to kind of point to
another guy too.
And A and B, and Papillion-La Vista South. They had the best dude. They ended up winning the state title, so it's not that complicated. I don't know who the best player in the state is.
That's a great question.
Whether the best player in each class, the best player in the state, regardless. There are a lot of guys that are good basketball players. There's nobody that I think right now, in terms of combination of just overall talent and high school production, you don't have somebody like a Bryson Ball in this class.
That one, to take a step back, that one Division I kid was referring to is Will Preston, who is going to Howard. Hampton, sorry, Will H. Messed up. But Will Preston, he's 6'9", big, strong kid. Actually saw them work out practice a couple weeks ago, and he's a big, strong dude, man. He's really good.
Before we get, I think I'd say
he's gotten a lot better
this year, more because of what we were just talking about. This year more than ever, I think a lot of it's going to be on coaching and who makes the farthest will come down to who can get the most out of their players. Because I think we have a lot of good players, and a lot of these teams should be good. It's the consistency of it. Because the talent level isn't so far high, everybody's is capable of losing a game anytime you go out if you don't show up.
You're not going to rely on talent to win you to win you games like you could have a couple years ago. It's going to be it's really balanced. There, like you said, there's a lot of good players, but they're all in the same bucket.
NAI D2.
There's a couple London Data, Westside,
younger guys,
Division I stuff, but there's. But then that takes you to your Jordan Castors at Lincoln North Star, who their team's going to be pretty good, and that Jordan has gotten a lot better, matured both on and off the court. He's gotten a lot better. He's a dude. He's gonna be the guy in Lincoln, and it's just, can he take him to that next step?
That being the case, let's. Who would you have as your preseason one?
Based off of all I saw in June, because that's your measuring stick-ish, and then obviously there's fall leagues and things. So in boys, based off of what I saw in June, it would either be North Star, Lincoln North Star, or Omaha Westside. Yeah. One of those two in Class A should start the year as number one. Yeah. Just because North Star in June beat Westside head-to-head. Saw it. Like, I was there, watched it. So I think one of those two are your favorites.
Yeah. I think based on roster talent and makeup, I would probably put Westside there. But even since June when we saw him play,
they lost Lee Robinson.
And that dramatically changes that team. The thing about Westside is they've got so much size. You talked about
no one's
Preston.
Gonna match up.
You talked about Preston. You got Cole Anderson behind him, 6'7" forward. You've got Emery Geddick, 6'6", 6'7", scoring wing forward. London Dada, 6'7", sharpshooter. Like talked about, Creighton offered him. He's got the potential to be a really good player down the road. Last year was kind of the breakout year. Same with Emery Geddick. It was also a breakout year. Both those guys kind of took big leaps forward.
Like you have Division I, Division II.
You got Donnie Barfield at 2 at 6'5", a good athlete. So they just got so much size and length and athleticism. The question will be kind of without Lee Robinson.
Spot,
right? And Monte Brown.
Monte's been around. Like, he's experienced. He's got the experience. Jack is good.
Jack Hawkins.
Yeah, Jack Hawkins is a nice player, super smart.
So, those guys are going to have to step up and play well. That is kind of the one, like, how do they handle the ball against ball pressure, guys that can get up into them, because they don't have a lot of small guards.
Yeah,
it's a lot
ball
of
handling is going to be super important.
Yeah.
You might see Emery Geddick actually bring it up a little bit too, maybe.
Yeah, so
in situations.
You talked about
Donnie
June.
Barfield. I will tell you, Donnie Barfield in transition is going to be really tough to stop.
Yeah,
really tough.
So the key with them is going to be consistency and clicking, and that's something I don't think we saw a ton of in June. Where individually guys played well at different times. I personally never saw them really click and play great as a unit. But I think they're certainly capable of that, and they have the talent, the size that.
And it's going to look a little different from what we saw in June,
yeah.
because Lee Robinson isn't the point guard anymore. So because he's in New York now.
Yep.
So it's going to be different.
So Westside up there, you talked about Lincoln North.
Yeah.
Mentioned Castor, who stuffed the stat sheet, like as productive in terms of points, rebounds, assists, steals. That dude will just go out there and make plays all game long.
From what we saw in June, like the maturity piece he's grown there too, a lot. I told him that too. I was like, hey man, like, everyone just looks at what you do on the court, but like the other things matter too. So he's grown. He's done a nice job.
Yeah, but he's got talent around him too as well. Jaquez Fowler's been a multi-year starter. I think he had a pretty good offseason. Goy Gatwich, he's got a chance to be a really good player. Some length, William Schaefer, veteran there. But the key for them is Easton Schweitzer, transfer from Lincoln Northeast, just volume bucket getter.
Probably one of the best three-point shooters. He's in that conversation.
Yeah, he'll be up there as like a 40% shooter for Northeast last year. High volume, not afraid to let it fly. So you plug him into that lineup with those other guys that have played together, and it seemed like he fit in really well with what we saw during the summer and fall. So they also, Mekhi Jackson is going to be one of the freshman names to know. He's going to play for them right away, kind of be a spark plug off the bench alongside Jayshawn Afu, who, again, another guard that can really get after it defensively and can knock down shots. So they've got a solid rotation there. Again, same thing. It's going to be consistency. It's going to be decision-making. You talked about that maturity thing. Are they going to take good shots? Are they going to take care of the ball? Are they going to play winning basketball? They've made strides like over the last couple of years as this team, these guys played as freshmen, now sophomores, and now juniors. Have they built winning habits? That's going to be the key for them, because they certainly are talented enough to go all the way this season. Another team talented enough, Millard North. I think we saw, again, another team that had a pretty steady group throughout summer and fall. A lot of the same guys there for all that stuff, so they're able to build that chemistry. A lot of guys that had played last year that are back. We know the returning starters, and Corian Gallatin, Major Mosser, Jack Chambers is back. I think Trelly Aikens is a key for them.
He is the one guy, if there's a player that's going to take a massive leap from like relatively casual fan unknown, he might be that guy this year.
6'7", athletic, can potentially stretch it a little bit.
From a recruiting standpoint, he's also drew a lot of attention in the offseason to now he's like on radars, like people are watching that growth. Like he's grown, he's got longer, he's athletic. Like he's the guy that if there's going to be a breakout-y guy, he might be it.
Yeah, and he's a guy that wasn't really in the rotation start last year. They kind of got him some spot minutes as the season went on, and by the second half of the season, he kind of forced his way into that rotation. And so it's just been a steady climb for him. And now the question is, how big of a leap has he made from summer to where he is now? Because, I mean, they've got the ability to really shoot the ball. Corian Gallatin might be the best three-point shooter. Yeah. Definitely the best three-point shooter off the dribble in the state. And now he's got a chance to... Yeah, he's got a chance to have the ball in his hands a little bit more now with the seniors moving on there. They'll rely on him even more than they did a year ago. You've got Trevor Bailey and Makai Carradine, guys that have been in the program for 4 years that are just athletes defensively, can get out, get after it, and kind of waited their turn. And now they've got a chance to be kind of leaders for this team. They
have some depth there, too. Where
some younger guys. Some sophomores, juniors. Jay Albert's a kid that can really shoot it.
Rotational
Kyle Simpson.
Guys. Yeah.
DJ Curry, sophomore, big kid, athletic. So, yeah, they've got a well-rounded team. And a team that, again, when shots are falling, they're going to be tough to keep up with. So I think just in terms of
they're
what we've
in
seen,
that conversation, right? Like you could see any one of those three winning the state championship for sure.
For sure.
And another team we want to talk about is Prep's in that conversation.
Another team with size, for sure.
Definitely has size. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are in the conversation, which is going to make it fun in Class A because, like you said at the beginning, there isn't a Bellevue West and Millard North are going to make the final. We just kind of know it. Yeah. We're just playing the games to get there. That isn't the case this year at all. So Prep. Let's talk about Prep a little bit. Here.
They got a lot of guys back that played last year.
A lot of size.
And can they make a? Yeah, that's. I think
he needs to make a step.
Torrin Carter-Brown and Max Jungers are the key for this team. If those guys can consistently be the leaders, the dudes, the guys that are producing, that are on the court, that are making plays, and making good decisions, that are consistent, Prep's got a chance to win it. Like, it's that simple. It's going to fall on those guys because they've got good rotation players. Connor Peters is the guy that can absolutely catch fire and rain threes. Cooper Knight's played a lot of basketball for them in the backcourt.
Super experienced bunch.
Ivan Bamazi, sophomore, 6'4". I played. He played JV, played a little bit for them last year. I thought I was really impressed with what I saw from him in June, and I think even in July, summer ball, he kind of took a step forward. And so he's a guy that you kind of plug him into that lineup and do some of the big man things that allow Jungers to kind of play on the perimeter a little bit more. And then they've got a lot of size. Jonah Roth, Ben Clausen are front court guys that you can play. Roth is more traditional 5. Clausen can stretch it a little bit. And so they've got, I mean, you've even got some more size beyond that. So it's another team that you talk about some of these bigger teams like a Westside, whoever. Prep has a chance to at least match up with them from a physical standpoint. So again, it falls on the leaders of this team and how consistent they can be, which I think it's a recurring trend. And that's, we talk about guys that, who's the best players? I don't know. It's because these guys haven't necessarily been consistent throughout their careers. They've been good. They've shown how good they can be. Which of these guys can make that leap to doing it consistently? And
this year, like, the one guy that you know, like, oh yeah, he can get us a bucket is Jordan Casser. Everyone else is unproven in that role, right? Like, hey, we need a game winner. Like, who's it gonna be? Yeah. And there's a lot of unproven guys. They're talented guys, but they're unproven. Let's keep going, I guess, a little bit down the list here. There's teams like a Westview, lost a lot, but is young and talented.
Yeah. EJ Swindle is a name to know in the future over the next 4 years. Backcourt there, he'll play a lot for them as a freshman. Just absolute bucket getter. He's in that conversation of the best freshman for sure. For sure. And so he'll play right away. You've got again, can these seniors be consistent? What are they going to get out of an Eli Wilborn? Yeah. What are they going to get out of a Zion Patterson? A Lance Smith transferring over there. How does he fit into that picture? Because
Lance brings some athleticism.
Yeah, you're going to need those guys to be steady because if you're relying entirely on those young guys to kind of provide your pop, young guys are going to be inconsistent just by nature. Like, they're not there yet. So you need those seniors to be good. If they are, Westview's got a chance to compete with anybody because, again, I think down the line, Swindle's going to have some big games for them. We'll see. Sincere Walker-Brown's another freshman that's going to play for them with some real size. Dre Tarpley as a sophomore, again, more size there.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a team. We talk about proven guys, and you mentioned Castor. You go down the road in Lincoln, Southwest.
They've got the Twins are pretty proven too.
If you're looking at like all state, like preseason all state,
so hard to
they're right
keep
up there.
In front of.
Yeah, Uzziah Sanders in particular had a breakout year last year, and then Micaiah as well. Kind of down the stretch, those two guys were trading off 20 points a game between the two of them every other night. And thing about Southwest is they are very undersized. They've got one actual post really on the team that has even played a little bit, and then it's all guards beyond that.
Play fast,
that's the key. Is they are going to harass you. They're going to play 90 feet. Those Sanders twins are going to be up pressuring your guards all game long. You've got Dakari Wilson, another athlete that can get up and pressure you. That's how they're going to have to win. Play in transition, just really harass you because you just straight up man-to-man half court. They're probably going to have a tough time rebounding and getting stops that way, but you're also going to have a tough time stopping those two twins.
Yeah. I mean, you got to outscore the opponent. So,
Kobe Kerr is a transfer that'll help them a little bit, just in some rebounding, kind of a 6'4", bigger body to help them balance that out a little bit. A couple of teams that I think have a chance to make a rise. One is Papillion-La Vista.
I was just going to – that is without a doubt if you're talking about Darkhorse, not talked about enough, whatever that moniker is, for me, it's Papillion-La Vista. I love them. I think they have a chance to be really good this year. And it starts with DeMarcus McCarty. He's a big, strong guard, wing, whatever you want to call it. Averaged over 11 last year. Sam Boudreau's back. Bryce Vignes is a massive dude.
You talk about this is a well-balanced team.
Yes.
They've got guards. They've got multiple bigs.
Yes.
You talk about Vignes leading the way, but Elliot Meester provides some size. Owen Cook there as well.
Cedric Williams is a guy that's back. They have a lot of people back that made the state tournament.
This is the year that they've been building to since Coach Pope took over there. They've kind of on the rise the last couple of years. A lot of these guys played early on in their careers, and now they're juniors, they're seniors, and they've got Preston Avalon is another guy that he'll start for them that'll be a really productive piece. It's just kind of athlete downhill, can finish around the basket. Boudreau and Williams provide some of the shooting. So
Vignes
Jack
is
Newman, a guy off the bench, I think can get buckets for them.
The key, obviously, Vignes. He's so hard to. He's so strong. Yeah. He's so hard to move. Obviously,
he's got moves on the block. He's got good footwork.
No, he's the reason why he's a great football player. You can see it in his footwork, and he can get up and he can dunk it, all those things. He's a monster, in the paint, and that he's really, defensively, he can move his feet. He's got great footwork. So that's what makes him, for me, a high-level football player. But that's just my opinion.
We get a great matchup right out the gates with
Papio and Prep,
Papio
man.
on
Thursday night one.
I'll probably be there. I think you're considered.
Millard South is another team we haven't talked about. And Papio South, the champions from last year, they play each other on Thursday night as well. And those are two teams that will be in the mix as well. So Kobe Myers, let's start with Millard South. Kobe Myers obviously is going to be kind of their guy.
Wayne State signee, has played a lot of basketball for them.
Kobe in the cut.
Yeah. Got brother Brevin Myers up there for one of the best shooters. He's going to need to take a jump. Yeah, for sure. And I think he's ready to do that. Journey Gerlach is a name that hasn't played much for them. That has a chance. He's an athletic kid. He's a talented kid. He'll give them some games where he'll go out and score 15, 20 points. The key is, can he do that consistently? Right. I don't know if he's ready for that. But they've got some size with Carter Margheim, who's played a lot for them, and Owen Anderson, the senior now.
Wide body.
Yeah, just 6'4", strong kids.
Yes.
Not a lot of height, but they've got some size. And then Myers with the length on the perimeter there. Kobe, that is. Wayne State signee, so it's a Division II player kind of leading the group there. So we'll see. They got some young kids that they're hoping can develop into some depth for them beyond that top five.
The key is it's still maybe I think undecided a little bit is if Deshaun Prince is going to play basketball or not. It's 50-50, it sounds like. If he does, that changes a ton for them on the defensive end for sure, because he is, in my opinion, without question, the best on-ball defender that there is in the state, and that would change a lot if he is out and playing. But I get it, the knee thing, like that's not. So moving on, Papillion-La South.
Yeah. They face the Titans.
We haven't talked about them, and they were the champions last year, and Levi Webb is still good and going to get a lot of buckets.
That is the question. Yeah, they won it last year. That was a senior heavy team. Levi is the one guy that is back that played a significant role, the one starter back. He's really good. Mm-hmm. He's got a chance to take a big leap this year, and he's going to have to.
He's going to get a lot of
He's
shots,
got to have to create a lot on his own, whereas last year, playing off those other guys, he was able to just attack closeouts, play in transition, spot up and shoot. He's going to be the guy they're relying on to create their offense this season.
He's going to create a lot of offense for himself because he's going to have the ultimate green light, I think.
Yeah, you've got Brady Alderson back, played off the bench for them in the backcourt.
Don't forget about my guy, Grant Beckenauer.
Yeah, he's the other starter back for them.
Brings some toughness.
Yeah.
And kind of utility guy.
The key for them, Connor Falkenberg. It's kind of a junior JV varsity swinger type of kid last year, 6'4", 6'5". He can catch fire and rain threes from the perimeter. He can really be a scoring presence, and they're going to need him to take some pressure off of Webb. So he's the guy. Like, he can kind of swing things for them. If he can consistently be good and produce, they've got a chance to compete again.
And then next, let's go to Omaha Central, because we haven't talked about them, and they have a lot of talent, a lot of depth. This is where, if you didn't know, Omaha South, when they were on their runs with Coach Chubbuck, and Coach Chubbuck. A lot of depth, a lot of guys, and it looks very similar.
I think they had 17 players listed on their varsity roster.
Yeah, looks very similar now with a lot of guys. Yeah, a lot of guys. So
and that's what they'll have a lot of freshmen play
Yasir
with the
Grigsby's
group.
going to be a guy, right?
Yeah, so the guy's back for them. Yasir Grigsby at the points. Evan Rogers, who took a big leap last year and has a chance to continue to improve this year, and then Lennox Haynes.
Lennox is
he was one of the more productive players in the state last year. Again, it's a question of consistency, decision making with him. Can he get to that point where he's 20 points every game as opposed to 20 and then 8 and then 23 and then 5? Like he's got to be consistently the guy for them between him and Rogers in terms of their scoring options. But then beyond that, they added a handful of transfers that'll be in their rotation. Antonio De Leon and Nathan Stavnik from Westview transferred in there. They're capable. Like Stavnik's athletic, can block some shots, can step out and shoot a little bit. And then De Leon is dynamic with the ball in his hands, playmaker, kind of combo guard there. So you plug those guys in. King Knight's a guy that'll play for them, transferred from prep. So Isaiah Ruffin transferred from South, I believe. So they got a lot of guys that could be in that mix. Jalen Partridge is another guy
that lot of pieces.
Yeah, that played for them last year as a freshman. So what the rotation ends up settling into, we'll see kind of how those pieces all fit together. But, Central's got a chance to compete. You look at the OPS schools, they're up there with Westview.
Westview and them are probably – now with North, Omaha North was going to be, but they lost some players late here to – go to prep schools, which kind of hurts them a little bit. Obviously talent-wise, you lost like 3 key pieces, which kind of stinks, honestly, because they were going to be good. Like they had a chance to be really good. They'll still be fine. Like I think they'll be, well coached, all that stuff. So they'll be fine. The team we haven't talked about that is traditionally always in the conversation is Bellevue West.
Yeah. In Bellevue West, they've got 4 starters back.
But they're all like 4'2".
They're all 6 feet. That is the problem.
I mean,
the one guy
not
they
a lot
lost.
Of size.
Yeah, the one guy they lost is the one guy that's completely irreplaceable in that lineup. But they're probably going to be very similar to Southwest in terms of so guard driven. You need those guys to just go out on both sides.
I will tell you, they are capable of making 10 threes a game.
Yeah.
And that's how they're going to have to win, I think.
Put shooters around,
or
Bryce Johnson,
or let Bryce just get to the bucket. like because he's really good at getting to the rim.
Drive and spray.
Yeah.
With Braden Morrow, Keaton Melcher, Carson Schultz is a senior that can shoot a little bit for them. They're gonna. They've got like Caden Mitchell if he can develop. He's the one guy that can give them a little bit of size. Like Pierce Parker's track athlete, 6'4". Tristan Jerez James is kind of an undersized, plays forward for them. Can really rebound the ball offensively.
They do not listen to this. Bellevue West does not play a home game until December 20th. Wow. 3 weeks in. Their first 4 games all on the road.
Who put that schedule together?
Yeah. At Norris, obviously, like that's a Norris is.
Yes.
Norris might just be the best team of any class.
Yeah, we're about to go to B in a second.
Yeah,
we'll talk about them.
So we can talk. So they go to Norris, to Millard North. That's back-to-back, Friday, Saturday. At Papillion-La Vista, and then at Creighton Prep. And then they play Elkhorn South on the 20th at home.
Well, good luck, Coach Klein. You certainly no easing into the season this year.
Yeah.
And that's where having that much experience back probably will help them a little bit. But again, it's a team that's going to live and die by the 3.
They're still going to be good. Like they're just not, they don't have Robbie Garcia's gone, right? Like who's going to be that person? Yeah. And like Keaton Melcher catches it in the corner and it goes up. Every single time I see it, I think it goes in. So, like, every single time. And Morrow is super solid guard that can shoot it a little bit, too. So,
it's going to be on Johnson and Morrow now as juniors.
Johnson's going to have to rebound some, too. Like, get in there and kind of use his size a little bit. So, it's just, we didn't start with Bellevue West, and we started with them forever. So, are we good with A so far?
So we're 27 minutes in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And just to wrap up A, is this the most balanced that you guys have seen the competitive field
in a long time? Yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Since probably 2016, 15, something like that.
Yeah.
After the Central run,
and then
there was the South run,
West, Millard North.
Yeah. And then there was a year or two there was okay, and Prep had a little run. It's the most balanced for sure because we don't know. Honestly, in A, any given night, anyone can win. Yep. And that's the first time we've said that in a long time. Say anyone, I mean, relatively speaking. Anyone in that top 12, 15 can beat anyone. On the holiday tournament, the Metro Holiday Tournament, and the Hack Holiday Tournament are going to be wild because, you don't know.
First, going to see all these teams in the same place playing against each other.
And you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
You're just not going to know.
How are they going to seed that tournament?
I have no idea.
Those tournaments, but...
another couple teams, though, in Lincoln. Lincoln High, going to make a jump, I feel like, this year. I feel like I feel like they have a chance to be one of those sleeper teams, sneaky teams.
Brady Nick leading the way there has been there, and then Russell Rux, the third transfer in there, will help them. And then
Jackson
Southeast
transfer in there, too.
Yeah, exactly. And then Lincoln Southeast.
Southeast will be solid.
Yeah, right? Added Grant Fredericks. They've got a group coming back from last year. Add Grant Fredericks to that mix.
Team too.
Guy that I think will really help them. And then Javis Johnson's another freshman to know. He'll play right away for the Knights in that backcourt. Those are. I mean, we'll see kind of how the Lincoln hierarchy shakes out there. It's probably North Star and then Southwest, Southeast, Lincoln High. I think those teams will be jostling for position a little bit there.
And we didn't talk about Kearney, who lost Jacob Weber, obviously.
Ben Johnson, the senior last year.
So they're going to look totally different, but they're going to really grind out games, and it's going to be you have to be really patient on the defensive end. We'll score in the 50s probably, but they're going to be tough.
I was impressed by what I saw from them down in Kansas City with Leighton Pater and Zach Atchison kind of leading the way, like you said, just bunch of tough dudes out there, and Drake Brown's going to coach them up.
Okay,
in B.
Okay, we have to touch on girls a little bit.
That's true.
So very fast. Omaha North.
There's a lot of player movement
in girls.
Class A girls.
So North, one of those teams that benefited greatly from a lot of player movement. They are likely the most collection of talent team. For sure.
The best player from Westside, best player from Bellevue East, best player from Central. They're all at North right now.
Yeah, all went to Omaha North.
Along with a couple others.
Yeah. So, they're going to be very good. I do still think.
We'll see. the kind of the sit-out period. They won't have everybody right away, but with the new changes, you still get them earlier in the season.
Yeah, your holiday tournament instead of after the holidays. So like it used to be the 90 days. Now it's like 84, depending on when your school year
semester
starts.
ends. Yeah.
So holiday tournament is generally the time. So they're going to be good. I think Millard West with Kylie Pabin, she's great. And going to Minnesota, I think they're going to be good. I think North Star is going to be pretty good.
Yeah. Annie Lou back.
Yeah, Annie Lou's good. I think Millard North has a chance to be good just with their depth again. They lost a lot, but I think they have a chance to be in the conversation as well.
Bellevue West.
Bellevue West.
Their guards coming back. They did lose Stevie Harley.
Right.
Big piece for them last year. That kind of rounded things out, but their guard play is going to be terrific.
Yeah, Sears is dynamic. So and big game.
Not Tatum for Bellevue West as well.
Yes. Big game in Class A girls basketball opening week is Bellevue West at Millard North on Saturday, and that will be our big game chain. Austin's big game chain game of the week this
People forget the big game chain does travel.
I don't think people forget. I think we know.
You won't let people forget.
Yeah, I think we're very, very aware.
It's kind of the one thing I have here.
So okay, now B. Let's talk a little bit. Norris, every single thing that I saw in the summer and the off season, I think they're probably the best team. Like they beat I think they beat every team from in the state.
They didn't lose in June.
Yeah.
A single time. Yeah.
Yeah. So
they beat all Nebraska.
And that's like the Creighton team camp. They beat Waukee Northwest. Bad.
They beat North Star twice.
Yeah. Like they're very good and clearly could see them being the top overall best team. Like the expectation is clearly there for them to win Class B.
And they lost a couple of starters, but the guys they have to to plug those holes are very promising and talented
and
as well.
Evan Greenfield's great. And
Chris Gardner Jr. back.
Yeah. Junior's back.
Those two back leading the way. And then you've got Small doing Alex Small things, just a little bit of everything.
Tough guy.
Yeah. Shane Holland is a guy that's going to take a massive leap. He unfortunately suffered a leg injury in football. So they're kind of easing him back in.
Their depth is...
Yeah, once he gets back, I think he's ready to take a big leap, and we'll add some athleticism there.
Scott will be good as well. Again,
they lost Scholl, but they brought back George Siebel, committed or signed to Augustana.
Big George the foreman.
Okay.
And that was good. I just made that up out of my mind.
Do George Foreman grills even exist anymore?
I don't know, but I had a couple. So anyway, George Siebel.
And that's the one guy that not a lot of teams are going to have the matchup.
Do have some football injuries that are not awesome. That might affect some early season stuff until they get back. So, but they're always going to be well coached and tough and physical. You know this. So I
rely on a big leap from Eddie Linderman, in particular, Carter Wissink as well. Those are two of the guys that have been kind of role players for that over the last couple of runs, and now it's their turn to kind of step up and be the dudes along with Siebel.
The other team at the top in B, Elkhorn North. With Sutton Piakowski,
Nike Orgabold, Kellen Murphy,
Murphy's another guy. Like if the shot goes up, it's like, yep, that's going in.
Jace Reynolds is playing basketball again.
Yeah,
so athlete, defender.
Wow.
Plug him in that lineup. Just kind of, they need his toughness and his defensive ability for sure. Like that's a key. And Braylon Jackson's a freshman. Another name to know.
I was just gonna say that. Like, that's a guy. Like he's gonna be a guy. Like, and it might be. You might have to wait a little bit, but like by the end of the year, that's a guy that's like, oh yeah, like we're gonna.
He can really score the ball, combo guard. So provide a little bit of juice. Out west, you got Scottsbluff.
We go Nate.
Nate Kelly back.
Not great, but lost their second best player probably.
Yeah,
but Nate's really good.
Yeah, Nate back. They've got Kian Delgado back as kind of their front court guy. They've got Riley Meininger, who's one of the better shooters in the state. I think. They've got a chance to. They need a couple guys to step up. to round out that rotation. But with a guy like Kelly leading the way, they're going to be in the mix.
Gretna East is another team that will be in the conversation. I think Gretna has a chance to be okay.
Yes, Gretna East, the thing I like about them, 5-out style of play, a lot of pass, cut, drive, shoot. They got shooters all over the place. Drake Brown, I think, is ready for a massive step forward after a good sophomore year. So that's the team. They're not going to be fun to play. They don't have size. They're going to be undersized. Like even their bigs are like 6-foot guys that are football strong kids or whatever. So they don't have a ton of size, but they do, again, that 5-out style. A lot of guys that just know how to play basketball, and they're well coached.
Gretna does have a little bit of size, though, this year, which it felt like they really didn't. They had a breakout guy last year, so we'll see about them. Bennington's another team that could be in that conversation, too.
And then Wahoo.
Wahoo's up in B. You just forget, like, they're in B now? What?
Yeah, they've been bouncing back and forth.
Well, it's because of the rule change, and they had to bump. But that's a team that should be pretty all right. Playing primarily, C1, their conference schedule, but should be in the conversation as well.
A lot of the same football kids, so we'll see kind of how quickly those guys
might take a minute.
But they've got another Glock, Landon Glock now, stepping up sophomore.
Landon might actually be like the guy there, right? A little bit, so he has a chance to be not quite Marcus yet.
No, he's only sophomore though.
Yeah,
he's got some time.
Yeah, but we'll see about that. And how good is it maybe in Aurora C1? Never mind.
They've got Carter Resney, one of the leading scorers returning in the class, 20 a game for them. They got some size with Oglesby back, so we'll see kind of how they can round out the rotation. But they should be in the mix.
It's all the standard, like the same names, right, of teams that have been good in B, I think, so are going to continue to be. So B girls, I look at like a Bennington.
Talent without a doubt. Yeah.
Like
they're deep and talented and young. Yes. They've got a mix of upperclassmen and young kids that are going to be really good players down the line.
Yeah, so like they're likely probably the favorite, I would think, in B to start the year at this point without seeing everything.
Norris will be solid.
Norris will be all right.
Got some pieces back.
Norris, Bell West too, or no? Did they play each other?
I didn't see if that was it. I didn't see if that was a double play.
Bell West. Girl, we talked about that. All right.
So those are a few.
We will get to like C1, C2, all that stuff. Like as the year goes on, we're way over time right now. So
shocking. You and I just no script.
Talking
we just
about basketball. So I promise we will get there as the season goes on. We absolutely will. But we just wanted to preview kind of the A and B, and we talked a lot about Class A boys, which is the primary biggest thing.
Again, a lot of teams that have a chance. So we tried to touch on
as many as we could. Yeah. So and the OPS Jamboree starts this week too. Is another kind of measuring stick for a lot of these teams to start the year.
Could see an early Westview Central matchup potentially in that one.
Yeah. Good. All right. That will do it for the basketball preview edition of Nebraska Preps Postgame.
A Hurrdat Sports Network production.